ass, T.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
When you do average 38 points, it's like,
now it's Ingram. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
YouTube or some shit.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Dancing to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Well, they go play fake.
No, that shit definitely say
and when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down again.
You found it.
Corey Littleton in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson, flush to his right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they?
Yeah,
just down a score. They come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
This game, that's what it is, G. Now he trying to give out excuses.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 41, Goff. And Woods has it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
He's out of here. I was just arguing with Seg about the same shit, bro.
A shotgun snap for Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Wormley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ingram. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, Mark
Ingram. I missed him.
He's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
I ain't seen nobody say rest in peace yet.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Yeah.
Flushed out right.
Stay.
And it is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Hold on real fast, T.
He's out of there. He's out. I took him out of the game, man. I took him out of the game. I get my phone charger. You know what? I'm gonna just leave him in here. It's about to go down now. Let's go down. I'll get my charger. Oh, yeah, hey, Jay. Yeah. So, look, we coming down, right, on defense, right? So, this one dude's cutting for 2. So, what I did was I went out to the 3 because dude didn't get back. I took away 3 points, so my man scored a 2. Right. The nigga said I did the wrong thing. The nigga said you're supposed to worry about your own man.
Worry about your own, that's how Mike Jones always thinks.
Right? I said, yo, but that's something that's selfish. I said, just like how we whooping ass, and only you want to say is, I'm getting all the rebounds, you're mad, right? So what he was doing was,
Here we go. Here we go, T.
Speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Natson. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you can...
Oh, it's a safety.
Bullshit, man.
Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On second down now, it's Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson steps away to his left. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now it's Jackson. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Raven, Eric Weddle. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nigga.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Goff. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and a long way to go. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. a 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. Pushing his way. Does the big boy have the juice? 30.
Look at this bullshit.
And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 22.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady. All right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you've got to have him as a prime candidate. And you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's a special one.
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks, too.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Ingram again. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has a confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go now. Hey, come on,
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson buying time to his left. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick.
Oh.
And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Marquis Christian. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Buddy.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a first down throw. Goff. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Goff now looking to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Say. General West.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Now gone.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 29 yards. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. That's complete to Cooks. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let let this go deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
About to get a pick and score, watch. Fuck around with you there. Well, I'm going to strip this running back.
Now Jackson. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Just a
decent
damn
gain on the
game.
scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down,
It ain't nothing but a game.
wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now Natson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
That's crazy.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Wormley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Now gone.
You should have been stopped by him that way, too.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Fucking cat's lock.
Goff now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
He's checking crack. 76, 76.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes.
Send it to.
I just ran a checkup on myself.
Send it.
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
Nigga Irk told me to say that so he can get out.
Get out what?
Say me what? Bro, I don't know.
What's wrong? You got it.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself.
Heard him?
Shit, that meat had on tough.
I could get it by myself. I'ma get by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't
What?
even
No,
know.
wear that bitch right now. Every time I go outside, take out the trash.
I can get it right away. Take you through my day to day.
You got it.
Can pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold.
That shit hot though.
Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up, getting
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Defense with me.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started.
Walk around,
and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
That's
this
going to be
is
the
taken
song
about
of the year.
7 yards deep.
That is shit.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Yo, fucking, what's her name? Stole Meat Girl.
Hold on, boo. Wait, hold it.
You heard Mike Jones?
Yeah, I heard you.
What's that nigga name? Neo? It was somebody. Nah, somebody just stole Meat Girl recently and posted a picture with it. It was either Neo or Trey Songz, one of these. and Meek,
now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Y'all out of pocket. That nigga
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a
I'm
guy
about to have
this
to go to the
caliber
game
runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
You ain't see that shit, people? That shit was all over.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers.
Take your dumb ass in the game, chat.
Don't you worry, you know I know how.
Breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 29.
Brand new car is roaring.
Big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Do it now.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. There's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, dude. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Jump out!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
Brand new car is
especially when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz.
What's up, buddy? Oh, my God.
Right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard.
Sit down.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Oh, my God.
It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here we go.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the crowd. Watch out. Show it up.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
How they shed that block that
on the spot.
That shit is corny,
and they say he's just short.
That shit is fucking corny,
so
bro.
their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Give me that.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Brought down by Nate Gary.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check pass. Check pass. Kelly. Move like Kelly. Undercut.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught by Jones. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A gain of 8 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Wentz now on first down. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
as you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, high 7. Quit talking about it and bring it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot. Check. Hey, black.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Done. 20. 42 to Mike. All right, D, let's try. All right, D.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott.
I did not stay
and
there.
He's taken down inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Dean Lowry drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, 54. 26. You better break. Right there. Hey, Haywood. 54 Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 50.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
Get 300. Go. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one. Hey, watch out.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
What?
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. You think those are going to be... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a top 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, 26.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
54. Mike 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 54 is Mike. 54. Hey, Charlie. 54. Block 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's a baby side. Hey, 88. 88.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Give him 6 there, but now it's third.
This one should have gone in favor of the defense, don't you think? They flush the quarterback to the left side. He's a right-handed thrower, so you know how difficult it is to get your body back around and make a good throw, let alone to the middle of the field, and end up getting a completion to his big tight end.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
Bravo!
Wentz now on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Rodgers going to throw. A throw caught by Kumaro. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Now Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Kumaro there to make the grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Oh, look at this. Wynn's going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Send it to. Alright, you're tied up now. Take the lead. Time for you to take the lead.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if
you took a hurry, you turned it on?
Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up in magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
I'm awake now. Here we go, I'm awake.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
57, Mike, 57. 65.
Here's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Bro, that's the same case of the dresser.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Fletcher Cox drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Sproles, the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Boston Scott, his first carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. First carry now for Jordan Howard. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
He scored every drive last game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmaker.
Wilson.
Yo, I'm out of play.
It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
When I see a play like that, I come back to